There you can fall asleep now. You can fall asleep. You're yawning, Raritan. Manchester United 0, Watford 0. This is a shit ass game, man. Serious. Salam sejahtera and welcome. We are a Manchester United fan channel. Yes, dengan bangganya Buatan Malaysia. If you're new to the channel, like usual, please like, share, subscribe, turn on the bell notification so you'll be notified when we go live or when we release a new video.
Yes. Walaupun kecewa tengah seri, tapi tak apalah. Masuklah dalam Telegram group kami. Description kat bawah tu. Masuk sekarang. Semua pasal MU kita ada. Masuk kat bawah tu. Jangan tunggu lama-lama. Masuk.
You know what? In an ideal world, having watched the Atletico game, which was crap, was utterly crap. This was like supposed to be the contrast of it, all right? Leading up to all the way to the 90-minute, if we would have scored a goal, even though it was a lousy type of goal, whatever it is, it would have completed my week. So I don't know, guys. So I'm gonna start with Ronaldo's number one fan. Yeah.
Before we start, which one you prefer? Crap game but a goal, or decent attacking but no goal?
Now, right, for this kind of situation that we are in, we are talking about top four. We're talking about our rival, the shitty Arsenal, is like what? 2 games in hand, 3 games in hand today. All right. And then they are like, if they lose both their games, they will still be ahead of us. They're talking about that. Now, I don't care whether we play beautiful football, whatever football, whoever plays. I just want the 3 points. I want us to survive and go to the Champions League when it's serious. So it looks like it's not going to happen. So we are going to talk to Ronaldo's number one fan now, right? If there's anything today, I think personally, right from the goalkeeper, although he had shitty distribution, right up to the midfield, I think we were okay. But then somehow, Ronaldo's number one fan, what do you think about it, the game?
Well, I would say, Pija was mentioning this now. You rather a shitty game than we win, or a free football. We're playing well, but we don't score any goals, and and this kind of results. Let's just say it was the most frustrating game of football I've ever witnessed in United in a while, in a long time. 22 shots on target. We had Ronaldo, the best goal scorer in the history of football, up front, who basically was the most frustrating thing. I put there Ronaldo's number one fan, which I am. I kid you not, I won't bullshit anyone and say I love Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo, but I think today just showed his age lah. This way, it just showed his age. First touch out, positioning out, passing out, shooting out. Maybe it's just time, we just let go of the nostalgia and just say Ronnie, thanks for the memories, and probably it's time lah. I don't know what to say already lah. I seriously don't know what to say. When he wants to do it, he can, but in the Premier League, he can't do it anymore lah. I don't think he can really. This is coming from someone who really loves Ronaldo. I don't think he can really. He cannot do it.
Okay, comment by Lee. I think your cat is also Ronaldo's number one fan lah. Ronaldo is as useless as the Timon in your Rumley burger today, Eriton.
For today, he was lah.
Okay, we got a comment here, okay, by Smurf. Okay, very, very vocal today. Ralph got no guts to take Ronaldo out when he himself knows Ronaldo isn't performing. He cannot play every single game. Okay, in this case, all right, let's point this to Raj lah. Who would actually take the number 9 role? Who would you put in the number 9 role? I mean, since Cavani is injured, Greenwood is out, okay, and then we don't have Martial. So who would you put in the number 9 role instead?
Ilanga. I think Ilanga, he can be clinical in front of goal if he's given a sniff of whatever. I mean, I'm a huge Ronaldo fan as well. Been a fan ever since he came from Lisbon to United. But to be completely honest, I think I'd rather have Ilanga play. I mean, I made a remark before the game saying that Rashford and Maguire should not be in the game. Honestly, when Rashford came in, he proved my point totally. I rather had Matic, or we played with 10 men. When playing with Rashford was the same. So Based on the current, this one Ilanga for me.
We got a comment by Smurf. Ilanga goes as a number 9 will not be good as he's better on the flanks. Okay,
What
a
other
comment
options
by
do we have, Smurf?
True, that's what
That's my
exactly
question.
there's no one. Okay,
Must be entertained.
Marty mentioned we need Cavani, but he's still busy having period cramps. That's the thing. That's the disappointing thing about Cavani so far. He's always been one of I mean, initially I didn't really want him in the team, but then he actually grew on me to a certain point whereby I feel that his passion, his finishing, his clinical finishing and whatnot. But this season he's been like, it's like we don't need him. I mean, whether we need him or we don't need him, he's not there lah. So
I think Cavani joins Jones as the gold card member of our treatment table lah. So yeah, gold card member of our medical facility. So
okay, so Pijal, anything you want to add? Do you think that there's anything else that Ralph Rangnick could have done to make this game better? But basically, he did the subs and whatnot. He threw everything, the kitchen sink, everything. So what do you think?
No, this are the issue yang I nampak dengan Rap ni tau. Dia dah nampak our opposition, most of our opposition against the bottom 10 team playing a low defense block, low block punya defensive tau. Maksudnya memang everyone akan opposition akan memang banyak crowded kat dalam kotak penalty. Why is it that dia masih lagi nak bawa those fast paced player? Of course lah, there's a Sancho and also there's Lilanga. You have someone like Mata. I don't know lah. I don't know. This is just me lah. I think Mata should have been given a chance to play this kind of game yang lawan bottom 10 tau. Maksudnya tapi masalahnya dia tak dapat peluang nak bermain. This bottom 10 team is a right opportunity for Mata to at least unlock some defender punya tu tau. Because boleh nampak Rashford dia datang buat apa? Just fast pace, dia lari membabi buta je. Ilanga and Sancho I can say that ada decent game sikit lah kan.
Aku rasa nama Rashford tu macam dah haram lah bro lah.
Pijal, just a question. When you say Mata, right, you're talking about when substitution time, you rather have Mata come in than Rashford lah. Correct me if I'm wrong. Not to start Mata from the beginning lah. Because unless you want to play Mata in the number 9 role, because I think this time around we always complain there's what the graveyard shift lah. There's no supply. There's plenty of supply. I think.
Talking about supplies. Aaron Wan-Bissaka 2 successful crosses in one game.
Exactly. That itself is a record. It's a good stat. We should record this down.
So that's why I say kita previously lawan Southampton pun boleh nampak macam tu. Lawan against low block team suddenly masukkan Rashford. Those fast pace player lawan dengan low block should have put like someone yang memang boleh this main 1-2 passer macam I don't know lah, maybe I'm biased kan. There's a Mata, there's a Lingard. I don't Lingard pun mungkin I'm not really rated him, but at least he knows how to play this cute 1-2 passing tau. But then again lah, I'm not sure why is it still playing Rashford. I don't know lah.
I'm so frustrated that the level of frustration with Rashford is the next level. I think we should call him Rashford already, like serious. Literally gotta like give him a new name.
For me lah, Marcus Rashford, I think the UK is looking for a new prime minister. I think the odds of you winning the Premier League is lower than you becoming the prime minister. Like, you should run for the Labour Party, go up against Boris Johnson. You might just win it. Marcus Rashford, you are a hopeless football player. I maybe people might say it's too harsh lah, but hey, judge from the football he's been playing for the past year or two already. Even from the Europa League final, which we cock up last year, so it's down to that joker. And this whole season, he's much more busy talking to presidents and prime ministers rather than playing football on the pitch. Which what he's being paid to do? Play football, entertain the fans. Guy can't even trap a bag of cement, man.
So the thing about Rashford is he's given the opportunity to actually play. The time he's given the time. Like players like, for example, Lingard, Martial and whatnot, they are not given the time to actually play. And I don't know. I think he actually played better when he's having his shoulder injury and his ankle injury. After his surgery, I think something went wrong. I don't know whether it's they disconnect some kind of nerve or whatever it is. I don't know what happened, but then he seems like, I don't know, he's not the player that he was lah. Right? We've got a good comment here by Brian. One moment. Today punya amount of services, the midfield should invoice Ronaldo for service charge.
Letak GST sekali lah. No lah, I'm about to say Martial left also still petik nama Martial.
Hey, dude, like
They,
seriously,
they
dude, like
say
I mean, like under these circumstances, lah, right? Under these
if
kind of
I
circumstances,
if I
performance
can
of yeah, Raj, go ahead,
if
Raj.
I can add lah, right? If Harry Maguire played today, Watford would have won that game.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
No doubt about it. No doubt about
Watford
it.
would have hit us on the break, would have got screwed 1 or 2 goals, we would have won it. They would have won it. They would have won it hands down. The only reason they didn't win it is because the centre back pairing, they had an understanding between themselves and they knew what were they doing between each other. That
True,
was
true.
the only saving grace. Our back line was fantastic. Our midfield was okay. Fred was running the show today. How many games this season have we been on top when it comes to the midfield battle? We always lose out, right? We always hit teams on the break. But today we were. It was like a freaking uh, training session. Technically, we were the one doing the attack. We were the one doing
I
everything.
was I was
But
I was
up front, we
actually
don't know what the hell we were doing.
I was actually
Yeah.
worried that Ismail Sa would have given like Teles in our defense problem, but we pretty much kept all of them quiet. Ismail Sa, Dennis, even Josh King also, which I think the first fixture we played against them, he scored like what 2 goals, hat trick or what cannot remember, but yeah, he did well. You see, so actually our defense line was fantastic. Okay, maybe just to add on, okay, Pijal, what do you think about our centre backs our centre backs performance today?
I boleh kata memang macam Raj kata lah. They're very sync tau in terms of what are they gonna do, apa yang diorang nak buat semua.
Correct.
Boleh nampak the understanding between Varane and also Lindelof tu boleh nampak. But then I can give credit, but then you have to say that the midfield, the Matic and the Fred tu memang stop all those attacking from the Watford lah. So memang I memang lah the defensive nampak solid, but then those two players Fred and Matic tu memang I think I give more credit to them rather than the centre back lah, because they really stop whatever happens. Memang dia stop attacking from the ni lah. Boleh nampak memang Watford nak try to exploit all the pace, and so memang boleh kata the best game lah so far. I can give credit to both of them lah. The best game for this season lah.
Okay, before we continue on with the midfield thing, I gotta address something first. Okay, what a lousy distribution by David De Gea. Oh my god. Okay, moving on. All right, moving on to let's talk more about Fred and also Matic. All right, so what's your take, Eriton, on their performance today? You know, your favorite Fred.
Well, honestly speaking, I think has been Fred's best game in the United shirt. Easily. What he did in this game, control the midfield, spread the passes, did his job lah. Basically, literally did his job to a T. Even Matic, yeah, you might say he can't last the 90 minutes, but you look at the contrast between Scott McTominay. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Scott McTominay as a player, but the contrast between Scott McTominay and also and Matic when Matic is playing, running through the pitch, spraying balls, literally manning the midfield cow that which we haven't seen in a long time. No, if only that guy was 5 years younger, I think it will be completed already. Our midfield is basically pretty much sorted, I would say. But yeah, I would say seriously, kudos to the midfield. I would say Matic and Fred, pretty much they share co-man of the match for me lah. Literally, I would say.
Okay, comment by Brian Lee. Fred should change name to Otto, and together with Matic, they are the automatic duo. how you actually come up with this kind of stuff, man? Seriously. I miss this kind of comments by Brian Lee. Seriously. He's been like too extra serious. Okay, he actually wrote two very, very, very long karangans about our current state, our players and our club and whatnot. So if you want to find out more, you got to join the Telegram group. Link in the description below, right?
But honestly,
okay,
Brian, we need you on the show lah. We need you on the show.
Yeah, exactly.
Just come on.
Exactly. Okay, Raj, I think early on before we came on, you were talking about our wing backs, okay, especially Aaron Wan-Bissaka. So what do you think about Aaron Wan-Bissaka today, and also Ralph Rangnick playing him instead of Diego Dalot?
Okay, I don't know what is the problem between Dalot and Ragnick. I think every club has one player who has issues with the manager. I think there should be some issues between Dalot and Ralph Ragnick, because you have not seen him for quite some time, unless he's carrying an injury or is not fully match fit or whatnot. But he made the bench, so I think he should be fit to actually start a game. The thing is, Ilanga was getting butchered by this player called Samir or something like that from Watford, if I'm not mistaken. The two things, right? Today, whoever that was on the left did not switch sides with Ilanga the entirety of the second half. Ilanga was playing only on the right hand side. I don't know why that happened. I think you could have thrown Sancho the other side. And secondly, one Bisaka, as much as he crossed the ball twice and all those things, he's a player who's out of idea when it comes to going forward. So it would have been Dalo, probably he would have covered Ilanga better. So I feel that as much as we can say that one Bisaka had fantastic crossing of two successful crosses and whatnot, I think Dalo would have been a better option. If as what Siva Piche says, Dalo is injured, I guess probably then we got not much of a choice. But still, there's another issue. Why didn't they switch flanks? Ilanga was clearly struggling with this player. He has pace. He can actually beat these two players. These two defenders who are marking Sancho clearly cannot actually mark someone with speed. So he could have thrown Sancho to the other end and use some trickery to get past Samir. So this, I don't know, master of Gegen pressing and all those things, but what is going on? I seriously don't understand. From 4-2-2-2, and we went back to a double pivot. Now we are back to the double pivot for entirety of the season. I think I really don't know
Okay, we
because
got a comment. We got a comment here by Brian Lee. Just to add on to what you mentioned, a solid defense from center to right back. The defense did their part. Brian Lee mentioned this one. If Dalo come in, will be at disadvantage defensively. So, Rush, do you think that this type of game, from what we were playing just now, do we really need that much of a support defense-wise?
like I said, we were playing like it was a training camp. We were on the front foot. We need more balls being loaded into the penalty box to cause more trouble. Of course, Ronaldo was having an off day, but I'm pretty sure if enough balls were loaded by the wing backs and whatnot into the penalty box, I think maybe Ilanga would have ran into the box. There was also Pogba doing the same thing. There was Sancho doing the same thing. So we could have got a goal from somewhere. Forget about Rashford, like he was non-existent. I don't know what he was doing. I don't even know if he knows what is he doing on the football pitch nowadays.
They
So
shouldn't.
that's
They
another
shouldn't
story.
play Rashford anymore. They
I
shouldn't. They
think I
just
think he
shouldn't.
I think he forgot how to be a footballer. Like.
Yeah, he's giving football for charity to fans now. So what you do is just kick the ball and
No,
give to the fans.
he came in. He came in like what? Just imagine he came in for like just like what 10, 15 minutes. I think
Uh-huh.
Pijal, you actually mentioned
And he
10, 15.
pissed us all
But
off.
the amount of frustration he's giving us fans is crazy. It's massive, and he shouldn't be played anymore. Serious. All right, another comment by Smurf. Everyone Bisaka was great today. No, did even dribble pass successfully at times. Crosses were decent, and even one on his left foot. Okay,
No, they
let's
didn't
move
even
on.
try to dribble past. No, that's the problem.
Okay,
They didn't really try.
let's talk about. Okay, we got a comment here by Siva. I mentioned. Let's talk about Bruno, lah. Right, Bruno and also Pogba, lah. Both of them in the midfield. Okay, let's go with Eriton. What do you think about Bruno's performance and also Pogba's performance?
Well, frustrating at times, but he tried things. I disagree that he has no vision, and like you. As a player and an attacking player who's playing in the number 10 or number 8 position, you got to take your chances. You got to try things, and you can't play it safe. Players like Fred and McTominay and Matic, probably they can, because they seriously have to be disciplined. But players like Pogba and Bruno, they need to try things. And obviously, yes, he's not going to come up all the time, and it's going to be frustrating at times. But I disagree when they say they have been selfish, because they needed to do what they were tasked to do. That is take chances, can create chances. So a case can be made, that like, oh, they didn't give the proper end product, but it's far from a poor performance. I would say, like, yeah, chances were there. I would say chances were there. They were there. They were not clearly not taken, but at least they really really tried. I think Pogba at the end of the game, probably there's one point he stopped running.
He
I
looks
would say,
injured or
yeah,
fatigue or something like that.
yeah, he
Worrying,
stopped
worrying.
running because it was just like 3 or 4 yards, and he couldn't chase down for the ball.
Yes,
That one
exactly.
maybe that one is probably an injury or what have you, lah. But no, lah. I would say, like, they did try, lah, in a sense, lah. They did try, but really the end product is not there. If you don't bang in
Yeah.
the goals, as Michael Owen say, if to win, if you score a goal, you will win the goal, you will win the match. So it doesn't make sense. That's Michael Owen for you. But yeah, we just didn't take the chances at the end of the day, lah.
Okay, comment by Brian Lee. We had Bruno, Pogba, Ilenga, Rashes, Rashford, Ronaldo, Sancho. How much more attack needed lah? Might as well play 11 forwards. You know, in a way, it seems like a joke, but then it's actually true lah. Actually, in this case lah, I don't know how we can actually. I mean, what's missing? Everything is there. It's just that the end product is not there.
Yeah.
Any. Okay,
I,
we got a comment here. Wait, let me see.
I mean, if you look at, I would say like that day when we were playing Atletico, look at our first 11. At least the GDP of a third world country in Southeast Asia lah. Still, still perform very badly.
Okay, we got a comment here by Sonic. What's your guys' opinion about Shaw playing with or without Maguire on the pitch with him? Is it can he actually affect Shaw's performance? Okay, Pija, I'm going to point this to you.
Yes and no. Tak tahu lah. I rasa Shaw is like what people have been saying, like lack of confidence after the Euros kan. So dia punya memang kata drip in form, and then suddenly after that Teles coming in, like they're having this fight against each other, tengok siapa perform better, got the chance. But then bila katakan main dengan Maguire ni boleh nampak chemistry je, but sometimes the stupidity of Maguire tu menyebabkan
The WWE move, you know, the WWE move. That's why I think Shaw lost some respect and some trust with Maguire. Aku buat salah, aku kena choke slam.
Kan? We be saying tadi dalam group, orang kata Ilanga block Ronaldo punya shooting tu kan. Kita dah tengok macam mana apa tu tak Rush kata tadi Bruno push Ronaldo. Kita tengok captain kita previously banyak game Maguire asyik push Shaw je. Dia asyik belanggar gerung belanggar. So there's a time sometimes stupidity of some players tu akan affect one player. Akan affect not only one but two players. Sometimes centre back pun main teruk. But then for me, like I said lah, enough of Maguire. I don't want to see Maguire ever to play. Regardless dia captain ke tak captain ke, jangan mainkan dia lagi. It's about time kita nak tengok Varane and Lindelof as our main partners. From
Which
now
will-
until end of the season.
They were fantastic today, right? You need to add on.
Yes,
Need
they
to
were fantastic today.
again stress that they were fantastic today. Lindelof and Varane, they have a very good understanding. They cover each other very well. Both have pace, and they read the game very very well. Right?
Yeah,
I got a comment.
remember, After
wait.
this kita lawan Man City tau. After this lawan Man City. So it's about time these two memang kita nak tengok how did they perform against the big boys. So it's about time.
Comment by Brian Lee.
If,
If Sajad
just to add-
played with Maguire, wait, just a quick one. If Sajad played with Maguire, Sajad would have outshone him. All right, Raj, go ahead.
Just to add, if Maguire plays against City and our forward line is as blunt as today, we are going to get raped by City. Okay,
True.
that's going to be something that is worth in one of the pornography channels. I'm telling you now itself. Don't watch that game.
Ex-hamster
Hey,
It's
Peter,
going to be
please
really, really
control
bad.
yourself. We got 12-year-old kids. Wait,
Children
they're
are
talking
watching
about
this.
The bees and the honey and the flowers and stuff. You all will learn this next time, right? But not here. Definitely not on JomUnited, right?
No, I'm serious, guys. The difference is right. Shaw today played for one player. Usually he plays for two. That's the difference.
But Raj, would you rather, and also Pija, I just want to check with you guys, would you rather right now Teles or Shaw play? Because what I see from Teles, right, he got the hunger. You saw, right, he was already on the floor, but he was trying his best to, to tackle and to clear the ball and whatnot. So, and then you're talking about crosses and whatnot. I don't think Teles is actually lacking in that department as well. So, who would you all rather play at this moment? Maybe Raj, Teles or Shaw?
Given the time now, looking at Shaw's performance over the last few games, I still go with Teles to give Shaw a knock on his head and say, look, you better do better. You know, all the whole Shawbeto Carlos and all that, going all the way to the Euro finals and all that, I think it has caught up into his head, thinking that he's one of the best centre backs in the world. A left back in the world. And he's playing with one of the best centre backs in the world, worth 80 million in the Premier League. So that's probably caught into his head. So I think I'll go with Teles.
You know what? You know this Maguire, right? You know players like Maguire, they're fantastic, man. They don't play also. We are still talking about
No, the
them.
thing is,
So
right, bro,
it's
there are
like,
certain things that you cannot explain on planet Earth, lah, right? How the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, how the Earth actually takes 365 days to actually come around the sun. Thirdly, how the hell is Maguire worth 80 million? These are things that you can never explain in life.
The
These
mysteries
are
of life, bro.
mysteries
Yeah.
of life.
I'm reading this comment by this Brian Lee. It's like how he come up with this kind of stuff. Shaw and Teles should do a Dragon Ball move where Goku join body with
Oh.
Vegeta. Shawless will be good. Like seriously, man. He's on a roll, man, tonight. He's on a roll. Okay, so Eriton, all right. Having seen like the abysmal Atletico Madrid game, lah, okay, and then coming to this particular game, moving forward. Okay, so do you think that right now, right, this squad, this formation that we are playing, okay, apart from the finishing, lah, do you think that this is the strongest tactical formation that we can play at this moment?
Well, uh, what the team that played today? The team that played
Yeah.
today, right? Yeah, I would say so. Minus Aaron Wan Bissaka out of the team lah, because I would still say Dalo, and I'll still say Teles for Luke Shaw any given day. But other than that, yeah, it was our strongest squad minus those two fellas because and also if you ask me my expectations, guys, come on, we got to be real ourselves. You can say bye bye to top four, bye bye to Champions League football next season, because there's no way we're going to going to win the Champions League anyway. If we do, I will shave my hairball. I literally will shave my hairball. Y'all mark my words. I will do it because it's never going to happen. And
I
top
think
four,
I think you gotta go a step further. Like, not only your hair, like your eyebrow and everything.
I
Like,
will do that. I will do that. Seriously,
everything.
I will do that. I make a bet right now, lah, guys. If we do win the Champions League, hair gone, eyebrows gone, set. Which you know for a fact, it ain't gonna happen, lah. But let's just be honest with ourselves, guys. This is our standard now. You can say bye bye to Ronnie next season. You can say bye bye to Pogba, Poggy Pox next season also. We need to start from scratch once again. If Eric Ten Hag comes in, we need to start from scratch. If the Europa League, yes, Europa League, but we need to break a couple of things to make something happen. First person to get rid of is Marcus freaking Rashford. That guy can go.
Bija, question for you. This is quite a tough one, right? So having seen, I mean, the games that we have played so far and Ronaldo's performance so far, do you think that we really need him next season? Careful,
Question.
be careful,
Anything
yeah,
as well.
Honestly, okay, if you ask me, if you ask me, I mean, like, I think I've been quiet in our group also for the past few weeks or so about the Roddy issues because I came to accept the fact that he is not what he once was. Today showed on the pitch he can't trap the ball, he can't position himself, he can't run. It was like his legs were so heavy, you know sometimes like when you play FIFA, the player speed is 50, you tekan the R2, the fella like struggling to run. It was like that. No, it was so bad. It was
Or controller rosak, or if your
yeah,
controller rosak,
yeah. After like the trigger, like, why macam tak boleh je ni? So it saddens me lah. It saddens me. Maybe it's just time for us to just realize, yeah, he can turn it up once in a while when he's in the right position at the right time lah. But in terms of playing at a high level, it's over lah. Let's read this way, like it's over.
I think what have been lacking for Ronaldo this season, macam katalah kita dah tengok Ronaldo kalau dia main, whenever he plays striker, there's always another striker yang akan do the dirty job for him tau. Maksudnya dia run. Macam kita tahu, Real Madrid dia ada Benzema, dekat United dulu dia ada Rooney, dia ada Tevez yang buat all those dirty job for him. And then dekat Juventus pun dia ada Morata. So, but dekat United dia tak ada player tu. Those player yang memang do all the running for him, macam do all the setup semua, then suddenly when the final ball came in, Ronaldo will contribute.
Yeah. But at that time, Bijal, if you remember, Ronaldo was one of the fastest players in the world.
Yeah, true.
Nowadays, if you say oh, Berbatov wasn't that quick or so anyway. But have you seen Berbatov's touch? and finesse.
Yeah.
So, but that's something that Ronaldo doesn't have right now. We just have to be honest with ourselves. I mean, like I said, thank you for the memories, Ronaldo. Thank you for all of those trophies, all of those banger goals. But this is the last season, I would say, the last season for him.
I think the problem with Ronaldo because I think Ralph Rangnick has overplayed him tau. Maksudnya I think ever since Cavani injured atau ever since January he has been playing for every game now. So boleh nampak dia punya penat dia tu. So it's about time lah mungkin I don't know lah for March ni against a big team or against a big boy just give chances to use rehat kat Ronaldo for one or two game atau let him focus on the Champions League only. I don't know lah, who knows
I think
But that means
Zidane,
in this case, right? That means, right? I think maybe if you're using this as a how to say a reasoning and whatnot, right? Then shouldn't Ralph Rangnick done this earlier before the fixtures in March, where we really need him the most? You see, now I think like based on to add on to your logic, he's like burnout and whatnot, and there's no one else to actually replace him. So we are actually in deep crap. How about I think I read a comment that people mentioning that we play Bruno as a false nine or something like that
Yeah.
instead. I gotta look
Yeah,
out for that.
watching Ronaldo play is like watching Hulk Hogan wrestle again.
True lah, true.
Exactly.
True. It's sad to say it's true.
Ya lah betul lah Britain.
It's like he ripped his shirt off, but it's no longer muscle.
He's
It's
like,
like
watching Goldberg now lah.
watching Goldberg.
even science internet is faster than Ronaldo's pace.
No, the thing is, right, I think not all managers know how to utilize Ronaldo proper, the modern Ronaldo, the center forward Ronaldo. I think one of the best managers who actually made good use of Ronaldo was Zidane. Zidane knew which games to play him, which games to take him out, which games he should play halftime, which games he should come in the last half an hour. He was one of those managers who really knew how to manage Ronaldo proper as his age advanced. So that is why towards the end of his Real Madrid career, you see him raking more and more goals. His stats started plunging upwards because they knew how to play him. Now the problem is he's surrounded by players who are confused themselves on what they're doing most of the time. That's one thing. I'm not saying that Ronaldo is fantastic or whatnot. There is clearly a decline. I mean, when he stops the ball, he can't even turn as fast as he used to.
Correct.
That in itself shows that the age is catching up. For players like that. I think Ferdinand once told when Messi actually ran past me, that was the day I realized that it's time.
Yeah.
I think this was the wise words of Ferdinand. So Ronaldo is definitely, to any Manchester United fan, one of their idols, especially us who grew up during this. He's coming to off age until he attained that 5 Ballon d'Or. He's one of those players that we always loved. So to see him like this in second outing with United is very sad. So the thing is, we just enjoy as much as he is, as long as he wants to be here. I would feel give him less games, let him play as an impact substitute if it's possible, if he is comfortable with it, or play a proper winger who can actually supply the crosses for him to score. Don't give him too much work.
I mean, like you see, we so much caught up with nostalgia also with Cristiano Ronaldo. Where even him wearing United shirts United shirt give us that confidence.
Right.
But at the same time also, it's very disheartening to see his performances on the pitch where we expect a certain type of player, but he's not there. Even 50% of what he was also would have been something lah.
Correct.
But now, like you said, turning also tak boleh. It's like watching someone's legs get chopped off and they're struggling, and you love that guy, you seriously
Correct.
love, and it's painful to watch. Like I said, like when Hulk Hogan comes back to wrestle and he runs down, oh, nostalgia, when it comes crashing down, great shirt, after start to wrestle.
Please put that shirt back on. Put that shirt back on. Put that shirt back on.
I mean, yeah,
Okay,
that's
you got
about
a
it.
comment. With a comment from Siva, it's not Ronaldo's fault, it's the bot. Don't compare Syria and Spanish league with EPL. But then Siva, today's performance, the amount of chances that he had, actually he could have at least just scored one. I think not only today's game, the past few games that they were like
He
clear
knows
chances,
he messed
sitters and
up big
whatnot.
time today lah. That much.
Yeah, true.
I mean, the first shot that came off the post, right? You can see his reaction already started changing. He started having that doubts about himself. And if the game actually starts with Ronaldo being like that, then that's how the game will end up. And we don't have any player who can step up when he is not performing. Because,
True.
like I say, Cavani is having gold card in our medical facility, and Greenwood story is another story for another day altogether, and which leaves us a chance to actually bring one of the youngsters from the youth and actually integrate them into a team instead of playing Rashford. That's what I would be doing, but I don't know
Okay.
why. I mean, that's how Rashford came in, right?
We got a comment by Sonic. Bruno at number 9, Pogba at number 10, Matic and Fred behind Pogba against the big six later. I don't know. What do you guys think about this? Raj, what do you think about this?
Bruno at number 9, Pogba at number 10, Matic, uh, Fred. I think Matic will get roasted lah,
Yeah.
because I
We
think
need
their
we need
midfield
Yeah.
We need
their
midfield.
midfield is
we need
much more,
Bruno deep lah.
yeah, a
False
bit more
nine is
deeper, I
still
guess.
okay lah.
Yeah,
We'll waste his
I would
abilities
play
if we
either
playing as a number
Pogba
9.
or Bruno. To be honest, play Sancho, a proper winger on the side to cause troubles.
True.
You need a proper winger. Today, what was lacking was Bruno or Pogba kept on going to the left or right to actually supplement as one of the wingers, which didn't actually work. Maybe initially even I thought that might work, but it's better to have an out and out winger like Sancho on the wings.
Yep,
At least you
true.
have an option for someone to cut across and come in.
Okay, we got a comment here. By the by moderator, if Ronaldo had joined City, he could have been top scorer. Yeah, if Josh King went to City, also he would have been a top scorer lah. So yeah. Okay. Question, Pija. All right. This question, I think you are at the end of the show lah. Okay, this question goes to you first, Pija. Our expectations. Okay, Manchester United fans now. Okay, so what should we look for since that top four it's got? I know it's a repetitive type of questions. We have spoken about this before, but then the thing with United is they always give us hope and they always take it back. Give us hope and they always take it back. This time around they take it back with two hands and they are like they chain the hope around their body. We got no chance. We got no hope or anything already. So
Yes.
what are our expectations as fans and how do we keep the faith right now?
How to keep the? Oh, that's a tough question because this match is the most crucial month for Man United. You against City, you against Spurs, you against Madrid, and also Liverpool. Straight week tau. So I'm gonna confirm at least 3 weeks of unhappiness during life. so,
Gua dah
so
buka balik. Gua is ready, renovation already done. We can all go back in the Gua already.
no, betul. But then macam anything kata lah. I think we have wasted these 2 months of not getting a full marks or full points. At least because we are playing against a
Again.
top bottom 10 team tau. So it's a waste time because at least if we get at least banyak point lawan bottom 10 ni. At least masa match ni taklah terasa sangat. But then yelah, now pun kita pun just at least 2 point gaps dengan Arsenal. Arsenal pun ada 3 game in hand. So I don't know lah. But then I think yelah macam yang dia kata lah, top 4 is gone lah. Just now we have to lower our standard. Let's focus probably on the bottom star, top 6, and then let's see how next season. Hopefully the next manager coming in, you're gonna change something that really ni lah. But then I like I say I memang totally for this season I'm not expecting anything. If let's say we hope that we win Champions League at least. So I just want to.
I was waiting for that. You
I just
cakap
want to
terus
see
Champions
this.
League we win.
I just want to see this guy.
Bang,
I'm trying to
Bang,
imagine.
online.
Everything, don't move. Let me imagine your
kita nak
face without your hand,
kita
eyebrow.
nak menang dengan Middlesbrough. Kita nak menang dengan Southampton pun tak boleh. Kita nak menang dengan Watford yang bingai dekat bawah liga tu pun tak boleh. Kau nak menang Champions League?
Itulah
Apa
kata.
benda ni?
No, tak je dah kata. Last week dia lawan Crystal Palace, dia kalah 4-1 tau. This Watford team, the same Watford team ni managed by Roy Hodgson, lawan kalah 4-1 dengan Crystal Palace, and then kita draw lawan ni, but then yeah.
No, but okay lah, let's put it this way lah. The worst teams have won the Champions League lah. Liverpool 2005, Chelsea 2012. So worst teams have done it. So you never say never. I will gladly shave my eyebrows and shave my head if we were to win the Champions League. I'll gladly do it. I mean,
Okay.
but it ain't gonna happen, guys.
Let me read some comments. All right, you got one by Justin Sean. All we can do now is pray for Arsenal and Spurs to slip up like us. This is the thing that we have been doing the past few seasons, like hoping that our rivals they sleep and they lose points and whatnot. So it's like, oh, I'm so sick and tired of this. Okay, another comment by Siva. Best to finish out of Europa and focus on winning EPL next season. Sick
Yeah.
of Thursday night. Yeah, but then it would be
Yeah.
from a fall from grace lah, from second, not really fall from grace lah, but you understand, second place all the way to like what 6, 7 and whatnot. I don't know.
The
I
last
just
thing you
can't
want
take
is to
it
be
lah.
playing in
No,
Europa
no,
or
but then,
Conference
no,
League.
no,
lah,
back,
bro.
back on Siva punya argument. You see what happens with Arsenal this season, right? They
Yeah.
don't have European
Correct.
games, they don't have anything, so they can focus solely on the league.
Mm.
So see how they progress in terms of from the bottom 10 suddenly now 3. I don't know lah how many points, 2 points above the top 4. Who knows? Maybe Siva is right. And this
For me,
no more European football. Focus league next season.
for me, right now is like, what's my expectation, right? I hope that Spurs finish above Arsenal. Serious, at least it's not that bad. Serious,
let's
Arsenal,
just
please no. It's
yeah.
like, I just cannot. I just cannot. Please, I'll
Yeah.
die of banter. They will kill me,
Yeah.
man. Serious. And
But I can
today,
say
our moderator today, I don't know who is behind it today. He's on form today, all right? We always beat City when Ole is in charge. Well, this one is Batu Api confirmed. And then he gives you the formula also. If Ralph is better than Ole, so why not? I don't know. I think this mod today is trolling lah. Serious trolling, man. Oh my god. Okay, I think guys, I think we are at the end of our show lah. We are not going to do a man of the match lah, because I don't know. I'm just too heartbroken lah. Okay, if there's anything, we'll probably give it to the midfield lah. I think we can agree lah. Like just now we mentioned
Matic lah.
collectively,
Matic,
Matic and Fred lah. Both of them, they share this lah. All right, so guys, disappointing to say the least. Anyways, we go on, we fight, right? Okay, and then yeah, just look out for the interviews of the players lah, and Ralph Renick probably they'll say something positive
yeah.
lah. All right.
all I can say is this football team will get me ball before I actually cut it myself lah.
Okay, we end it with Brian Lee's statement. Maguire, man of the match. Man of the match
Sebab
for
dia
not
tak
playing.
main. Dia
All right,
tak main.
Oos. All right, okay. We'll see you guys soon. Good night.